We don't have a cure for functional ankle instability, but we can kind of attenuate the symptoms that come along with it. The thing that we found that works the best is what we call single leg balance training, or a single leg balance intervention. So we'll have somebody just stand on one leg, and if they can't do that, then they've got some pretty bad instability going on. So we'll try to train them just in that static environment first. If they can do that, then we'll progress them. So we'll put them on a more challenging surface, like even something just like a foam pad, so that their ankle has a little bit of movement, and we'll train them that way. And then again, as they get better, we'll progress and progress and progress and put them on some really challenging surfaces, something like what's called a wobble board, which is basically a cylinder with a plank of wood on top of it. If you can stand on one foot on that, you're doing pretty well. And so we try to challenge them at the ankle more and more so that they can get stronger and kind of relearn what it is to have a healthy ankle. So ankle braces are best used in what we call the acute phase of the injury. So you initially sprain your ankle, and your body has an acute response to that injury. So you have swelling and all kinds of repair going on to repair the initial damage done. And that's when the ankle brace is most helpful. The ankle brace is used to protect the ankle during that phase when the muscles and tendons and ligaments and so forth might be at risk for further injury because they're in kind of a delicate phase. Once that initial healing occurs, though, using an ankle brace is actually detrimental to the ankle itself. We want the body to heal itself. We want the muscles and tendons and ligaments to heal and to get stronger, and an ankle brace can impede that because the ankle brace is effectively doing the job of the muscles and tendons and ligaments for it. It's providing the support and the strength at the ankle, and so the muscles and tendons and ligaments basically just say, well, we don't need to do this, the brace is doing it for us, and so they don't get stronger. And so if you keep that ankle brace on, then you start to rely on it, and it starts to be something that you kind of can't get rid of. Ideally, we keep the ankle brace on a person as little as possible. We do want to protect the ankle initially to keep it from suffering further damage, but we want to progress that person as quickly as possible so that they can get stronger. Basketball players, volleyball players, for example, wearing ankle braces just they'll wear braces on both ankles just naturally during practice or during games or whatever. And it's a protection mechanism. Some of the forces that they experience at the ankle, the torques they experience are pretty significant. And so they want to protect against that. Like I said, it's kind of a trade-off. So you're protecting against these really significant torques that could cause injury, but at the same time you want the person to have a strong ankle, muscles around the ankle and so forth. So the person has to kind of decide, which way they want to go. Do they want to be really protective of the ankle to prevent injury, or do they want to, strengthen their ankles, kind of organically so that they don't need the brace? My research kind of expands on what we know works clinically. Clinical measures for functional ankle instability are single leg balance training and what's called ankle dorsiflexion, which is improving your shin going towards your foot. And we know that works. What my research does is take that and makes it more fun. Because I don't want somebody who's had an injury to have to go to physical therapy and make it feel like therapy. I want them to continue to be active and to enjoy what they're doing. So something like yoga, which is something that people do as an exercise activity anyway, if we just tweak that yoga so that we're bringing in things like single leg balance and ankle dorsiflexion poses, then that will make the person do the therapy and not really realize they're doing therapy. It's kind of like the whole, spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down kind of thing. Like, we'll have them exercise and, oh, by the way, you're doing therapy while you're exercising. There's a movement in this country called exercise is medicine, and it's the idea that when you prescribe exercise to somebody, that is as effective or possibly even more effective than prescribing them, say, a pill or surgery or something like that. Hopefully, if my hypothesis is borne out, a therapist would literally be able to prescribe yoga to somebody. And we feel that that's a good thing. These people who experience functional ankle instability are typically athletes. And the ankle instability sometimes keeps them from getting back to where they were before. So you get a basketball player who sprains their ankle, they develop functional ankle instability, maybe they can't go back to being a basketball player. We've got to have something active to fill that space, right? And so, you know, a therapist says, you know, hey, you can do this yoga and it's therapy, then that at least allows them to continue their active lifestyle, even though they're not necessarily back to what they were doing before at the level they were doing it before.